Eric Dixon and TJ Houshmandzadeh are back. Let's move to Cam Newton, who has been dealing with a foot injury this week and now reportedly is unlikely to play Sunday after missing practice again today. Cam has had a rough start to the year as the Panthers have fallen to 0-2. And today, Ron Rivera got a little testy when asked about his quarterback.
Would you think Cam would travel in either event, or would that be decided tomorrow?
So you guys want to sit there and watch, so you'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, guys. I mean, let's talk about Arizona. I mean, I haven't really talked about Arizona, so it'd be good to answer those kind of questions.
Cam, though.
I know it's about Cam, but we won't. I don't know anymore until tomorrow. So let's just, let's talk about Arizona. If not, there's no reason for me to stand here.
You felt before the opener you were 100% confident he was going to be ready to go. Where are you on that level now?
I just asked you to ask me questions about somebody else. I'm not going to do this anymore, okay? I told you I won't know anything until tomorrow, okay? Thank you.
Wow.
Hot 100.
Ron Rivera a bit testy here. Do you think the Panthers still view Cam Newton as their franchise quarterback?
Absolutely, as they should. But there is some conversation going on about, is this the new Cam Newton? Injury-prone, undermining his greatness because of injury. And if that's the situation, you can start to see them licking their fingers, grabbing the corner, top right corner of the page, not flipping it yet, but starting to get into that mindset of maybe we have to start thinking of alternatives. And it's unfortunate. Cam Newton, by the numbers, no touchdowns this year running or throwing. That's been 4 games with no passing touchdowns going back to last year. He has the highest errant throwing percentage in the NFL. That means uncatchable balls for TJ Houshmandzadeh, the highest. So I know it's injury related. I can see that. I believe that. But if you're an organization that has to do its due diligence and prepare for what's next, there is some internal conversation of, is this the new Cam Newton?
Yeah, they still view him as a franchise quarterback. But when you go 0-8 in your last 8 starts, it's some doubt in their mind saying, is he still our franchise quarterback? And when I look at it, like, he's averaging 286 yards passing this year. That's more than he's done in his entire career. What he's missing, and if he's really hurt, is the mobility from a running perspective. His foot's hurt. He can't run the ball, and that's what's missing. He's always been erratic throwing the ball. That's nothing new. He hasn't been the most accurate passer, but he's been effective because he's been able to run the ball. And so if he can get his foot right, but he better hope Kyle Allen don't go in there and play well, because in Kyle Allen's only start last year, he had 111 passer rating. So if Cam Newton misses more than 1 game and Kyle Allen balls, then they can say, maybe he's not our franchise quarterback.
Isn't it funny how, didn't I tell you, when you're 0-2 and you're 2-0, how the difference is?
Man.
You see how the coach is? When you're 0-2, and if you're 2-0, no, he would answer that question, no problem. Of course he's our franchise quarterback. We're struggling right now. We still won, but see, they're 0-2. I believe that Cam is still a franchise quarterback, but I think a lot of people want to see that old Cam when he won the MVP. And we haven't seen that in a while. And sometimes, it's because of injuries. And you're right. Cam is a scrambling quarterback. He's a guy that can get out of trouble. He's a big target. He's, to me, a quarterback that's taking a lot of shots. And he's a quarterback, they still treat him almost like a running back. But I still say he is the franchise quarterback there.
I think there's real doubt, and I think Kyle Allen's being given a shot here against one of the worst teams in football. They were the worst team last year. Might be again, if not for Miami, probably the second worst team. If Kyle Allen shows anything, there's going to be a QB controversy in Carolina if he shows anything, because Cam's never going to run again. He's never going to be that same running, dynamic quarterback again. He's taken too many shots. That's over with. That's why he's been trying to transition into a pocket passer. I really think they're trying to give this dude a week off to get his head right, because the uncatchable balls, the inaccuracy, he's never been the most accurate, but now it's gotten to a level where it's almost embarrassing and it's hindering the offense from having any success. And so if he's never going to run again, which I think everybody knows, them days is done, can Cam Newton really be a franchise pocket-passing quarterback? I don't think Carolina believes he can be.
There are dual realities occurring to all your points, and let's add this layer. Here's one reality. This division is wide open. Only division in the NFC that doesn't have a 2-0 team. So we could catch up really fast. Here's the problem. If you go out there and lose this next game, you're 0-3. And since 1980, there's been 176 teams that started 0-3. Only 6 have made the postseason. And I was on one of those. And you know what it took for us to go from 0-3 to 10-6 and make the playoffs?
New quarterback.
New quarterback.
Damn it! So, ooh, Cam, man, I'm just telling you, brother, do the history on this. This is a tough place to be.
Answer your question, Whitlock. He can't just transform himself into a pocket quarterback. When he won MVP, he completed just under 60% of his passes. And in today's NFL, where you can't touch a receiver, that's very low. And so it's going to be hard for him to say, okay, now I'm going to turn in to a baby Drew Brees and complete 65% of my passes. And the quarterbacks now...
Last year, he completed a high percentage.
Highest percentage of his career last year. So give him love. And he was 6-2 MVP candidate before the injury.
And then you lose your next 8 starts.
Yeah,
and so when you can complete 70% of your passes, if it's not translating into wins, it doesn't matter.
That's what it's all about, wins. I don't, you know, Kyle Allen is not going to take Cam Newton's position.
Man, if Kyle Allen go out there and win these next 2 games,
I still say no. He's not going to take his spot. I mean, I don't believe that. I mean, I think the Carolina Panthers still look at Cam Newton as their guy. You know, even though he wears scarves, but I still think
don't do that.
We saw it. We had to see. We had to see
we
that.
ain't going
We had
there.
to see that.
Right.
But I still think that he is their guy. You know, it's like anything.
Here's the issue.
Hold on. I think it's like anything. You know, his head coach, I think more than anyone, wants to see him succeed. And I think it would, if him not playing well or playing hurt, it's almost like unfair. Like, I'm not healthy yet. I'm not at 100%.
But Eric, I want you to answer this. Seriously, man, you're one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Ever.
And people had the expectation every week. And in order to be that player, it didn't matter how you were feeling. There was an Eric Dickerson standard of play. And if he was a little banged up here or there, you still were able to meet that standard. I think that's the question with Cam, is when he's not physically 100%, can he consistently play at a high level like the all-time greats? Some guys just, and again, you call it being weak, but it's not weak, but there's like a special power that the all-time greats have that maybe Cam doesn't have?
That's a great question, too, because it comes down to pride. It really does. It comes down to pride. Because there was a lot of times I was hurt, but I'm still going to give it 100%. I had some great games being hurt. I mean, the year I ran for 2,000 yards, I had a turf toe all year. No one knew that.
That's my point.
So, I mean, it comes down to, like, I'm
turf toe, and you need them feet.
Do you know how bad turf toe? You know how bad it is?
Oh, yeah, put them steel plates in them.
It's no joke.
That to me is the knock on Cam. Can he be consistent when he's not physically 100%? That's a legitimate question.
It is, and look, there was a day where everyone, I was in Los Angeles being a native, that thought Eric Dickerson is a Ram, forever a Ram. Trade happens, whatever it may be. Cam's in a different position. Some guys are really suffering from the curse of the gifted. You check your gauges. If everything's not feeling right, I'm a little off right now. Cam Newton has relied on such athleticism that now it's starting to lean where you better rely on fundamentals, and that's what he's trying to transition into. So I don't like to equate that if this is a pain tolerance or a mental compartmentalizing issue. This is a guy who's like, whoa, I can't do the same things I've been doing my entire life. Will he be allowed an opportunity to change those things without losing all the equity he built?
Another organization. All right, Darnell, you got anything to add here?
Yes, sir. Speaking of Cam Newton, last week he was on Thursday Night Football, and tonight, as you guys mentioned earlier, it's the Titans and Jags. So let's talk Thursday Night Football Super 6. One of the questions for tonight is which team will win and by how many points? So Whitlock, Marcellus, what you got?
I got the Titans.
Okay.
In a very low-scoring 17-14 shootout.
Yeah. Not many bullets. I'm going with the Titans as well. I think they beat the Jags, my former team, the Jags, 13-7. And please,
oh my God.
And Jalen, don't tweet at me. And Jalen doesn't give up those touchdowns.
You got it damn near unwatchable.
13. Did you see this? Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Defense is
have fun. I'll be with my son.
Before the game kicks off tonight, download the Fox Sports Super 6 app and play Thursday Night Football Super 6 for free for a chance to win $25,000 of Terry Bradshaw's money.
All right, coming up. Jerry Jones just released one of his former first-round picks. Is the incident proof that players don't understand the power of social media? Darnell's question of the day. Nerd!